5 years. That add up. That add up. You might not be out there with Da Vinci and Versace. And
What's good, everybody?
you might not be rocking the newest
Yes, sir.
fashions, the
Welcome
latest
to another
fashions,
episode of No
but
Filters.
You able to save up for years now. And now you got a good nest egg. And you can do something that's practical, tangible, something that will act as a defense in your life, or something that you can invest in. You copy a little lot, purchase you some vending machines or something. Do your thing, hustle, invest in some land, whatever. Like, look, when you start looking at other people bad, you will find a need to impress other people. You'll find a need to dress a certain way, have certain material possessions.
Dropping jewels.
Because you're competing with everybody in the streets.
Make sure you go follow him, New Breed.
And
404.
that's just it, man. Focus on your bag. Like, you know how many people are in a graveyard right now because they've been looking at what the next person got going on. And they get jealous. And they start plotting. And then that thought turn into action. Because that's what ended up happening. People be real jealous of what the next man got going on. Or the next woman. You know?
One of those little
When
nippy
they
out
focus on what they do, all that energy.
Happy Sundays. Whatever day
Watching what the next person got going
you land
all
on
that
this message.
energy, they could have been using that energy for their own hustle. Finding their own lane. Figuring out where they fit in all of this.
More money, more
You know,
problems.
Working on something. Building something. But instead, you're too busy focused on the next one. Look. Focus on your own bag. Stop pocket watching.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is brought to you by, yeah, you already know.
Worried about how much money the next person is making.
Get yourself some. Can't go wrong. Carrot
Worried
cake.
about
Ever.
somebody else's living arrangements and living situation. You know, these messy ass people out here who just always in somebody's business. You know, stay mysterious out here, man.
A whole bunch of mad rappers out here for real. It's terrible.
Pocket watchers. There's too many people trying to figure out how you moving and what you got going on.
I was about to crash
So
and I
they
heard
can
this
see
message. I was
that
like,
they're,
shit.
You know,
Synchronicities.
above you or got more than you and all this other nonsense. It's just nonsense.
Instead of love, man.
It's nonsense.
It is. Let's end on that. Happy Sunday.
Does anyone have thoughts on the reading from last week?
A word from our sponsor. 918. I love that. 99. Age of completion. Whew, I was up all night last night. Super energized. The energy's crazy. The 7 alignments of the planets. Hearing mad ringing. I mean, the collective, you already know what's going on. I was about to crash and New Breed popped up. Talking about people pocket watching and just mad rappers. It's a whole bunch of mad rappers. It's like nobody can be happy for nobody. That's why I did a video, I think it was yesterday. We saw the days are blending in together. God said, show behind the scenes of what you're doing. Because you're divinely protected, so if anybody tries to get cute or anything, I mean, shit, I already got my spirit animals and everything always around me, so I mean, I don't have to worry about it. Faith over fear, so there's nothing to worry about at all. So that's why we walk with an army. So we definitely walk like tanks. We don't give a shit. Once you're a god, you gotta ask yourself, what are gods scared of? Not a goddamn thing. So God said, go ahead, show them behind the scenes. And I did. And then I'm noticing and people hit me up and it's just crazy. When you're intuitive, you already know what it is. Something told me, let me just go to YouTube and start watching some random tarot readers and stuff. And I'm seeing a lot of people are inspired by me, and I'm grateful. I'm super grateful for that. It's awesome. To get it from the mud, from the Bane pit, straight on up. Being yourself, not even worry about it. That's why I'm getting the school for the collective instead of the school of the gifted, like Charles Xavier. It's going to be the school for the collective. I showed you a picture or two, I think it was earlier this morning or yesterday. My brain's popping right now. I need to get some rest. of like a nice just spot that's reclusive. I'm just somewhere that's just far away from all the noise and the bullshit where we can teach one another how to hone our skills and save the world. Because this planet, it needs it. There's a lot of lost people out here, spiritual warfare. I'm finding myself to be different characters every day. It's wild. But what I've been shown is that I'm a spiritual warrior. So this is what my duty is. I take all the negative, positive energy and I just transmute it and I just let the world know what I'm going through. So hopefully you guys can relate. And if it elevates, I said that wrong. If this resonates, then hopefully it elevates. Because we've all been through some shit. My main mission is just to get up here and just show you it's okay to be you. It's okay to have a love frequency. A lot of people take your kindness for a weakness. Trust me, you're looking at it. I've been walked over so much. I'm surprised I'm still here on the camera right now, smiling and doing what I do, but God lets me know. Every time you get that evil eye on you, and those voices, oh, don't do it. They don't care what you have to say. That's not my thoughts. Those are someone else's thoughts. So I have multiple stories. Hence, I'm going to have another Zoe's Campfire Stories coming soon. And just tell you some more experiences that hopefully you can decode and then put that together uniquely with your situation. And then you can Play-Doh it together and make a masterpiece. Make a masterpiece. That's basically what it is. Don't let haters get you down, you know? You can always decode sideways talking people. You just got to keep it moving. I was just talking to my boy yesterday. I was like, yeah, you and I are special, right? Every time we went to close a deal when we're bada binging, the whole room looked at us like, these guys are walking here smelling like a whole bag of I don't know what. Look at the way they look. Okay, yeah, right, they're going to close this deal. All right, we'll see. The door closed when we had to talk to the big wigs. Maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes. Everybody in the lobby is just anticipatingly waiting. Yeah, they're going to come out with their heads dropped. And they're going to say, okay, guys, we'll give you a call if we're interested. 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times, to be realistic. We came out. The big wigs were laughing. We're hugging. All right, man, yeah. Tell your cousins about us, man. We got more of these. Yeah, just spread the word. If you got some more companies, boom, boom. Everybody in the lobby would be like, those are the assumers. Everybody that loves to assume, those are the ones that God prepares the table in front of your enemies for. Do you know how many people counted me out? I said I wouldn't amount to anything. And now I'm getting people viewing and watching me. I just watched a video just maybe an hour ago, and somebody was talking about some bad relationship problems, and they used the Roadrunner sound effect. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, oh my God. I'm seeing a lot of videos, man, that people were getting inspired. It's awesome. Because God said, hey, that's what I want you to do. I wanted you to be the underdog. People looked at you and was like, yeah, right. That cat's been in more trouble than I can even imagine or count. That's why God always, this is one lesson I learned a long time ago. I think my mom told me, if you see a homeless person, you better treat that person as if it's God. Because God tests people all the time in different characters. So every time I encounter somebody and that looks unique, our human instincts, like, you know, it's kind of a standoffish, because you're just unique. Confirmation. Message, bitches. And so when you see someone that looks different, you don't be judgmental. So I treat everybody like they're God. And ever since I started changing my perspective, I've been getting blessed. I just treat people with love. Even if they treat me like shit and throw dirt and all this shit on my name, I just grow fucking flowers and roses off that shit. Literally. All right, let me tell you a story, right? An origin story of this guy, Bizarro. I've been doing shows like this all the time, just jumping up here and talking my mind. Look up on my YouTube channel. Look through my timestamps. I've been doing this for years. So I'm not no new cat on the block. I've been talking about the same shit for years, okay? So get that straight, everybody that's doubting on me, okay? God told me, hey, why don't you check out these tarot card readers? So I was like, bet. So I'm learning the stages. I'm Luke Skywalker training with Yoda at the different levels. and Mace Windu, yada yada. So I check out some tarot readers, and they're like accurate with what's going on currently in my life. I had some roommates here, and they were just boom, whatever was going on in my life, they were on point. So God said, all right, watch a few of them for a few months to see what's up. I did that. Then God said, hey, now send your email or send your YouTube and all your social media outlets to these people. Say, hey, check me out. Let me know what you think. So I did that. Waited for a few days, weeks, whatever the case was. Then I noticed their readings started changing, and they're becoming more direct towards me. And I thought I was just being vain. I was like, yeah, right. And then they started talking to me, and we started talking to each other because I was commenting and yada yada. Long story short, they actually loved what I was doing in my work, and then we started working together. We still are now. And I actually found my true cosmic family. The people I thought were my friends and supporters that I've been saying the same knowledge to for years, that were just turning their necks and just saying, fuck off, Zoe, you're an antichrist and shit. Those same people turn their back are now trying to get back in my world because I have a new demographic that are rocking with me and are fucking feeling every word. Because they know I'm authentic and I'm real. And I'm not certified, no degrees or nothing. Oh, quick word from our sponsor. It's time to give me a bag or something. You guys are travelers. And you guys got some good, you guys are athletic. Like I used to be a wrestler back in the day, so I got the energy. You guys having some long nights. I recommend Magnums. They're the original Willy Wonka's golden ticket. A lot of cats back in the day used to use something called, Trojan Sports. A little, to each their own. Some people say it doesn't matter about the motion. It's all about the motion in the ocean. That's why I showed it to you, demographics. I don't discriminate over here. But if you're a real man, just joking. Basically, if you can fill up a Magnum, I recommend you get a Magnums. They do the damn thing. All right, let's get back to it. Thank you, Susan. Send me some more products. Pure Life. So yeah, man. So I sent my information to the Cosmic Collective, and they're fucking with me, and I'm fucking with them because they are unique and they're not scared, and they've been through the same shit I've been through the the Bane pit and up. They've done their shadow work. So God has granted them the powers to be an X-Men, an X-Woman, Captain Planet. I said a long time ago, this is not a popular route. It's not trendy at all to be yourself and speak the truth. People are offended because you're a walking mirror, and then they have to face their own bullshit. Then they start pocket watching, doing all this other shit, yada yada. You already know what it is. But I'm just going to wrap it up because if you have haters, then that means you're doing something right. And it's flattering when you see people mimic you in a way, Start taking notes, whatever. It's very flattering. So that means we're doing the right thing, collective. We'll talk furthermore about our mission, and if you guys all want to live together in one of these big ass castles or whatever, we'll figure out where we want to live at. Depends on the living situation, but we got to save the world, and we need to be together to do that. Hence, I had a spiritual assignment. Check out X-Men First Class. It'll be really good to watch to get that template and how Charles Xavier and Magneto recruited the X-Men and X-Women. So that's what we're doing now. We're just scouting, seeing who's worthy. Confirmation. Message, bitches. Thank you, because I am so drained right now. I didn't even want to do this video. I swear to God. I was like, man, they're going to notice it. But God said, you better get your ass up and do it. I just anointed you the other day. So you better do. Basically, it doesn't matter what I want to do now. Everything I do is for the world. So that's what I had to unlearn everything that I learned. And now I have to do what I must. Since. So I love everyone out there. Keep on being yourself. there's going to be a lot of people to try to knock you off your pedestal. Keep on shining. Like I told my boy the other day, that's what we were talking. I was like, yeah, every time we come out of a meeting, those haters thought we were going to not close a deal. We did close a deal, like Jerry Maguire, who's come with me type shit. And I told him before we got off the phone, I was like, just remember this. People are going to try to knock you off your pedestal, and they're going to try to knock off that shine that you and I always have, and that's why they call us arrogant, yada, yada. And I said, remember, when they do that, to do this. He said, what? I said, keep on smiling and smile harder. And that's why him and I are legends, because we stayed in our lane. Every time we had some good celebratory news to tell or talk about, everybody else was just quieter in their cell phones, like, hating my gating. I was like, damn, all right, cool. So we took notes, and we were talking about that too on the phone. I was like, you remember we were talking about the movies and all this other shit? And we had a few different people. Someone's trying to attack my throat chakra. I like it. So I'm going to get louder. So we're in the room talking about movies and stuff we're going to create and working on. We have a lot of scripts that we worked on and we're going to continue working on. And then they were all quiet in the room, and I'm sitting back. This is the first time I met the dude, and nobody was excited. So in my mind, I was like, okay, well, he knows these guys too, so they probably know about what he's telling me about, since I'm new to this conversation, and I didn't know he was an actor. He was like, yeah, man, I'm doing it. I was super ecstatic. I was like, hey, man, if you don't mind, you don't know me from a can of paint, but I'd love to meet up with you in a few days, and we can work on our script. He said, bet. We met up, and it was just fucking like partnership ever since. I love that dude. We learned a lot from each other, man. It was just, it was like the total opposite. It was like Gemini Man, the Will Smith movie where he encounters his younger self. I'll tell you, this dude that's still my boy, very stubborn. Me, very stubborn. We're super alike. But when we met each other, I was at a different phase of my life, and he was still Hancock in the suit, without whatever. He's a badass. I'm a badass too, but I got the glasses on. So the dichotomy was crazy. But when people saw us on the street, like, oh, he's a geek, but you know that guy, he got the cred all around the world. He's a legend. He's a legend for a reason. Okay. So they looked at me like, this geek. But then they ended up loving me. And some people hated me, but whatever. I said, man, you're unique, but whatever. Cool peoples. All right? But when you're shining, people always want to hate.